It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Thursday, March 1st.
Finally.
Yeah, we got out of the first 2 months.
You were trying to push March yesterday.
Now it's get us down to the 21st. In fact, it's time, excuse me, to flip the calendar over to March. Yay, March 1st, 2018, 7 a.m. We're 20 days away from spring. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it wonderful?
I'm telling you, you don't blame me, but we can still get bad weather. But
Oh,
I don't want to be the bah humbug.
Yeah, I'm looking at the weather here. Detroit's got a winter weather advisory. Detroit can have it.
See, I'm telling you, it happens.
Oh, welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis and Jerry Hogan. And we're enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee.
You betcha.
You got coffee or water?
I got water today.
He's on a health kick today.
I'm still trying to get over yesterday's coffee.
Yeah, he's got to flush it out.
I may have had it a little too much.
Every other day, huh? Are you saying it's a little bit strong?
Mildly.
Only on days that end in Y.
Yeah.
Only on days you're making it.
If you want a really good cup of coffee, stop by the TV station here in Commerce Drive and enjoy a cup of Brewed Awakening coffee. Otherwise, there's 3 locations that serve you in Mountain Home. BRMC Lobby, Balmer Boulevard, and 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. The best coffee in town is in my coffee cup right now.
Or if you don't want that, you can drink some muddy water.
Or you can drink muddy water. Yeah, there's a puddle out in the driveway.
Yeah,
and just scoop that cup up and enjoy some muddy water.
Plenty of puddles.
So, anyway, Brewed Awakening coffee, best coffee in town. If you don't believe me, stop by and have a cup with it. Did you get that big coffee maker yet? No.
I got to get up there and get it down, though.
He's got one of those super duper turbocharged.
Big bun.
Yeah.
It's got I love a bun coffee maker.
It's got the 2 top warmers and then one, so you could actually make a cup, set it up there, and make you another one. I have 2 of them ready.
Wow.
Well, what the way you use at the restaurant?
We've got 2 of them set up in there, but I've got 2 more up in storage.
My sakes, you're coffee making fool, man.
We go through it, man. At the restaurant, we literally, you'd be surprised how many pots of coffee are made in a day.
Oh, I bet.
How many pots are made in a day?
I don't know. That's a good thing to figure out. I'll have them count and start counting.
Then add Saturday when I'm down there Saturday morning, emptying out 2 or 3 of them. You know.
Oh, I just roll out the 55-gallon drum on you.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's probably going to be over 30.
Probably.
30 gallons?
30 pots in a day.
Oh, okay.
That'd be about right.
Yeah. I was thinking it'd be quite a bit.
Brewed Awakening coffee, best coffee in town. 3 locations to serve you. And, of course, the morning prayer is brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes, we say it every day, you just don't go out shopping. Oh, I'm going to go shop for a funeral home today. No, that's not how it works. But when you need their services, they are the best in the state of Arkansas. Roller Funeral Homes, you see the logo.
You say that,
yeah,
but that's exactly what you should do.
Well, you're right.
You should go out there and set your plans and what you want. If not, one of your loved ones is going to have to do that.
You have to deal with it.
That can be a burden. So
don't you hate when he's right like that?
I'm just telling you. I mean, I set your plans.
Yep.
Man, I was sitting there watching.
Get your life insurance in order, and what, Jerry?
I was watching that Billy Graham funeral, and I'm thinking, that's the kind of funeral I want. I bet Roller can do that.
At the Capitol building?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
President talking. Jerry was a good man. Whole 9 yards. If anybody could, Roller could.
If anybody makes that comment with Jerry's name in it, it's no. I just
we'll pause for the song "You Dreamer You" by Johnny Cash.
Okay. Hey, I take Johnny's songs.
Roller Funeral Homes brings your morning prayer each and every day with all their respect. Roller Funeral Homes. So let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, in the last 40 to 50 years, we've been through instant coffee, instant iced tea, instant oatmeal, instant mashed potatoes, and so on. We used to take pictures on film, then wait a week for the pictures to be processed. Now they're instant. Perhaps our young people are looking for instant gratification or instant acceptance from their peers and not getting it. Lord, have we become such an impatient society that it affects the health and mental stability of our children? Lord, I pray you teach us to depend and wait on you. And that's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen. Good prayer.
Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. And Greg Farm Services. Jerry, Jerry and Scooter, we got some things we need to talk about with Greg Farm Services, and we'll go through the temperatures here. And there's a pretty good bet going out there that Greg Farm Services has the best refill prices on propane in the Twin Lakes area. 20-pound grill size, $14.60, and they'll fill up to 100-pound bottles, which is only $71.95, and prices may change without notice. You can go by the store, bring your tank with you, and they can refill it. It just takes about 2 minutes. Yeah, Greg Farm Services.
And they have mulch out front for those getting your flower beds and garden ready. They have all the mulch, the pine shavings, the hay, straw.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got to get it ready before you can plant it anyway, and now's the time.
And like Scooter was talking about yesterday, now's the time to prevent the weeds by applying a pre-emergent. Pre-emergent weed killer will stop weeds from germinating, but Greg Farm Services has a product called Weed Beater Complete. It's a granule and covers about 6,000 square feet, so check that out at Greg Farm Services. Morning weather brought to you by Greg Farm Services. We've got 55 degrees in Mountain Home, 53 at Harrison, 57 in Hardy, showing 57 at Mountain View, 54 at Yellville, 57 at Marshall, 55 in Calico Rock, Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and Southeast Missouri's 58. Well, Branson in Southwest Missouri's at 50, West Plains at 56. In contrast, Watford City, North Dakota, 5 degrees above zero, Anchorage 12 degrees above zero.
That's some nice temperatures this morning.
Well, it's comfortable. Didn't even have to throw a jacket on.
Yeah.
You know, I had that long sleeve overshirt I wear occasionally. No, threw it in the other seat and came on. A lot of rain on the radar, but it looks like Mountain Home is escaping that. It looks like it's from the northeast to the southwest. And what a glob across the eastern portions of Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, all the way out to the coastline in North Carolina. A lot of rain. Even up in Chicago. Let's look at that Chicago radar. We haven't hit that in a while. Looks like a lot of rain up there in the Chicagoland area. Chicago all the way down to Springfield. Comes all the way down almost to Indianapolis, Indiana. They're on I-65. A lot of rain at Lake Michigan area there. Now take a look at the Nashville, Tennessee radar.
They have bad flooding going on up. My in-laws and outlaws are around Louisville.
Yep.
And that river is coming up on them.
Let's take a look at that Louisville, Kentucky, if I can find it. Let's see, Louisville, Kentucky, Campbell, Kentucky right there. Paducah and everywhere. Man, it's just a lot of rain going on in the south.
That's good, though. We need to soak.
Yeah, we really do.
Ready.
Yeah, you know, and when you get over around Dyersburg, between Dyersburg and Kennett, there in 412 and 155, that's some of the prettiest cornfields I've ever seen. And I've been all through Illinois, you know, Effingham and all that on I-70 and I-57, 55. And I'll give Illinois credit. You got the best corn in the country. But I tell you what, that's some pretty corn over there when you get around Dyersburg, Tennessee. You got Crothersville, Missouri, then Dyersburg, then Jackson. There's some gorgeous, gorgeous farms over there. I love that part of the trip going to Nashville. But anyway, there's your radar right there. You know, let's hit that radar. Let's hit that Little Rock stop real quick. Highways in Arkansas affected would be I-40 east from Little Rock to Memphis, Highway 63, which is now Interstate I-555, and portions of Highway 67, 167, Highway 63 in Arkansas, all the way down to the southern part of the state. As you can see, it all the way down to the Louisiana line.
That's some rain.
It's colorful.
It's colorful. It's pretty.
Somebody colored that map.
Green and yellow right there. Did you hear the thunder last night about 2:30? Jerry said he didn't. It woke me up a little bit. I heard a little rumble. I thought, yes, you know. There's nothing better than sleeping through a thunder shower, you know.
I agree, but I'm glad it didn't wake me up. I get up at 2:30 would have just made me mad.
That'd spoil the whole day.
Yeah, that would have made me mad.
Jerry, what you got community calendar there?
Got all kinds of stuff, so get ready. We got and here's the indication of spring coming on. Today at 2 p.m. you have the free fruit pruning workshop at 2 p.m. Excuse me. This workshop includes fruit trees, blackberries, and grapes. The location is the Asa Smith home on Old Schoolhouse Road in Payette. So shout out to our folks in Payette. Today, 5:30, Dunbar Auditorium. They have a viewing of Chasing the Dragon.
Good movie.
And for those folks that have been watching this show, have an idea of what that is. For those that are new, it is kind of focused on our opioid crisis here in the area.
Yep.
In fact, the whole state, as far as, well, probably the whole nation.
Well, we've got a crisis here,
Yeah.
I bet the sheriff's going to be our guest here in a minute, and I bet he can elaborate a little bit more on that.
And
Excuse me.
going into the weekend here, we have the 2018 first rodeo of the season, Saturday, 12 p.m. at the R5 Arena in Shirley, Arkansas.
Wow, down at Shirley. Good folks down there. Yeah.
Spring is kicking off,
Hey.
fellas. Man, I lost it. But they have a Saturday, I believe 7 a.m. There's a run in Norfolk along the bluff, and you can run out on the trail and all that. But
Wow.
I'll get more information on that tomorrow.
All right.
Awesome.
Scooter, what's the specials today at Old Time?
For breakfast, we got 2 pancakes, 2 sausages, 2 eggs for $5.88. Or you can get open-faced turkey breast. It comes with 2 sides of roller cornbread for lunch, and that is $6.88. Stop in and try the pies.
And tonight is the Lady Bombers home opener for softball. Is that what it said? Or home opener for softball. Bob just sent me a text.
Will they play tonight
Should.
with all the rain?
No, that field will drain just like, well, it's an instant drain. I mean, everything's instant.
Good.
Seventh
No, it's got
grade.
one of the
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Lady Bombers. Bob and I will be out there. I have to look at the schedule, except what teams are playing. But Lady Bomber softball kicks off tonight. We'll be out there about 4:10, something like that.
7th grade has got their first practice meet at the high school field today. Starts at 3:30, I believe.
All right, let's go ahead and go to break. Sheriff John Montgomery is going to be our guest for the hour, and we will be right back after these messages.
Lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Your White River Getaway starts at Cotter Trout Lodge, where you find convenient, clean, and affordable accommodations right in the heart of Cotter, Arkansas. Take advantage of the Natural State Fly Shop across the road for all your supplies and guided fly fishing needs. Countless delicious homemade menu options await to satisfy your hunger cravings at the White Sands Cafe. Your complete White River Getaway is cradled in the east arm of the historic Ruthven Rainbow Bridge at the Cotter Trout Lodge, Natural State Fly Shop, and the White Sands Cafe. today.
Hi, I'm Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup. If anybody needs trash service in the area, please give us a call. Arch Trash Service is veteran owned, and I've been in the local area resident for over 20 years. I'll provide a better service than the other guys and even provide front door service trash pickup for those that aren't able to take their trash to the curb. We'll also pick up almost anything and even provide free recycling. I am Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup, and please give me a call for all your trash service needs.
With a large showroom. $7:15 on this March 1st. John, it's March.
7:15 on this March 1st in 2018. Welcome to Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman.
What year were you on KTLO? You did KTLO for a while, didn't you?
No.
I thought you did. Oh, I thought you did.
Negative.
You did something.
Well, but not here. I used to DJ, actually.
Where at?
Up in West Plains.
Really?
Yep.
I thought it was down here.
Nope. I traveled around and actually DJed
that's a good
and
DJ voice. Look at Scoot over here shaking his head. Well, how you been, Sheriff? I hope that this past month has been better than the previous. You had your hands full in January. I mean, we are still feeling the repercussions. You know, the passing of your officer and the other things that have transpired since January 1 has really, really affected the community. And I was telling you my little project. I've talked to folks in Marion County, Baxter County, Fulton County, and it's intertwined between the three counties. And now I've got people in Jonesboro call me. And I hope it's better.
We're we still have obvious issues with the jail that I don't know, it's a broken record we talk about all the time, but that, we think there's light at the end of the tunnel. To quickly kind of update folks on the jail expansion, we've been meeting with architects. They've done site surveys, soil, come in and did soil engineering studies. They've done survey work. We've met with the architects again just last week just to kind of go final. They'll be continuing to work on blueprints. Our goal at this point, there's some work that has to be done foundation-wise with the dirt there that's going to be done. But our hope is to actually put it out for bid sometime late May, early June. That's our goal, and then hopefully start construction, shortly thereafter.
Sure.
We know
hopefully
we have to,
by the fall of the year, perhaps late fall.
Well, no, we're actually hoping to start in the summer.
Late summer.
But we've got a couple things that has to happen. Again, there's some work that has to be done for foundation purposes, and there's a sewer main that has to be moved, and there's a water line that has to be moved, and so a lot of that stuff will happen in the beginning. But our hope is summer of 2019 we'll have it open. And then at that point, there will be, once it's open, there's funding in place that we can hire the additional staff. We are, number one, we're short-staffed even on a normal day, but we continue to have the issue because we're having a lot of our staff leave to go somewhere else to make more money. When you can actually go to one of the local fast food or retail stores and make, $2 an hour more than I can pay you, and you think about the stress that you're going to have at the fast food place and the stress that you're going to have working in the jail. So we're hope to get there. Again, it's another year and a half or so, and things are going to improve for our folks there. Plus, we'll be able to actually hopefully hold folks that need to be locked up, and that's a whole nother issue. It's very frustrating because you've got the mindset there's no place to put them, so we got to figure out some alternative, and people don't. I think you all agree with me, but this patting them on the hand and saying don't do that again,
ain't working.
It's not working.
No.
And so while I'm all for giving people a second, third chance, whatever, and work hard with them to help them. If they've got an addiction problem, let's help them fix that. If they've got job skill problem, let's help them fix that. But that's on the front end. To those folks that really want help, that's great. To the people that's been locked up in our jail, 20, 30, 40 times.
Oh,
You've got to protect society, and and it's just frustrating that we just continue to, catch and release. I mean, really, that's what it is, catch and release.
It's sad, but we giggle about that. But that's how it. And
well, and it's gotten worse. I mean, we're short-staffed. The prison systems in the state of Arkansas, they're having a difficult time. The last number I heard, they've got over 600 job openings right now they can't fill. Now, I'm going to repeat that. Over 600 job openings in the prison system they can't fill.
Why?
They can't get people hired. The pay is bad. The working conditions is awful. Now, you're putting the current employees at risk when you do that, and so you've got to. And so as a result, again, they're turning people loose. Of course, it's not. They're turning them loose because they're told to. It's kind of like us. I had someone criticize me for turning people out of my jail.
Well, when you don't have room.
Well, it's not that. I'm putting them there. If the judge will sentence them to jail, I'm going to put them there. And I'm going to keep them until the judge tells me to let them go. The problem is they keep telling me to let them go. So as I told the gentleman, don't get on me for turning them loose. You need to go have that conversation with the judge.
96.
Yeah, 96. You just pulled it up. It's a commercial break here. So if you need to go to our website, BaxterCountySheriff.com. It is absolutely, I showed you these numbers, over 2.5 million visits last year.
Isn't that cool?
If you're looking at the website, you got it pulled up. If you look, there's two things I want to point out here. At the top, it says sign up for alerts. Okay.
There's the mouse. Go ahead.
Thank you. It's a gray mouse too. So you sit here, sign up for alerts, and then you can either do it by text message or email. And so now and again, I'll just flip on the email address here.
Okay.
All right, so you go through here and you can decide what you want to receive. If you want to get the inmate roster, every morning, 6 a.m., there will be an email show up that'll tell you who's been arrested or released in the last 24 hours. Message from the sheriff, that's actually just a newsletter. And actually, when I leave here this morning, I'm going back. I've got a newsletter I'm going to publish this morning.
Awesome. So we coming through.
And Most Wanted. And here's a quick one. Now, we haven't made the arrest yet, but we posted on the Most Wanted, I think it was day before yesterday, had 2 people involved in a forgery and theft. And so we had a picture of them. So we posted it on the Most Wanted, which automatically posts, like the social media and Facebook. 23 minutes, we had over 10 calls to tell us who they were in 23 minutes.
It works.
Unreal.
Absolutely. So, but you would get that in your email. Press releases, obviously, anytime something happens. And just so you'll know, just like on the press releases, that's, if you sign up to get those, you get them at the same time the news media does. That's how it's pushed out. So anyway, that's what you can do here. The other thing I want to point out is submit a crime tip.
Yep.
This has been a huge feature on our website. So, in fact, just I think it was yesterday or day before, somebody anonymously, we don't know who it is, submitted a picture of a vehicle that potentially is involved in a crime, and they gave us some details. Now, we're investigating that, and when we think that's a very positive lead. But you can, whether you're doing it from your mobile phone or from the website, you can remain anonymous and put information in there, submit a picture if you want to, and upload that photo. And we encourage folks to continue to do that. Now, give as much information as possible. Don't just say the house on the corner, is selling drugs. Tell us it's a yellow house and the address is 1121 whatever. And give as much details as you can. This helps us. And just like I talked about the Most Wanted, that's the community support we have here is incredible. The last thing over here is the download. We want you to encourage you. It's a free app. If from your mobile phone, smartphone, whatever, just download the app. Of course, this is on the. Oh, I'm sorry. Hope I didn't break your ears there when I hit that.
You're fine.
I do it all the time. I hit it with my cup.
Download the app. Of course, it's on the website. But
sure.
When you, from your mobile phone, go to download. Just type in Baxter County Sheriff on your Play Store. It's a free app download. I think you'll really. This is very user friendly. We have had unbelievable positive feedback from this. So, again, this is our website, and then, of course, obviously, the number one thing that people come to our website to look at is the inmate roster. And surprisingly enough, the most popular time to look at the website, what do you think?
8 in the morning.
No, before that.
Actually, it's between 8 and 9.
8 and 9.
Really?
8 and 9 in the morning is the most popular time to look.
Employers looking for their employees.
Well,
I used to be in construction. That sometimes is the case.
But we actually have going back to the signing up for the different releases and press releases and so on and so forth. I know of a lot of teachers that sign up to get the press releases and the inmate roster, and the reason is because they if they know their students and they realize that maybe a parent has been arrested or whatever, that helps them to possibly deal with that child when they get to school. Okay, they can. So a lot of the teachers I know have used this feature, but we're. I mean, again, I brag on the website all the time, but it has been nothing but.
It's almost your right hand sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
In some instances. Wow.
Okay, I went to the commercial break on the website, but I forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about you've got the jail hopefully to open in summer of 19.
Yes.
And you will have the funding in place because we finally got the tax.
Yes.
And I've heard, I'll be honest with you, people say, well, I don't know about that Sheriff Montgomery. He's always talking about needing money. Well, they need money.
Well, and here's a quick example. We looked at our jail budget, which again currently is not funded from that. It's funded from the regular county general, which is not the norm. Normally, it's done through some sort of operation maintenance tax. But you take our budget, which this year is a little over $1.1 million. You take two other counties, comparable in size, same size jail, and their budgets are in the 1.5 range.
Yeah.
Now, that's how we are able to operate. I mean, and in a sense, it's a disservice in a way to the employees because we have to operate on a shoestring, and so we have to cut corners every way possible, and that does create a risk factor. So
we need to realize what you were saying though. And it costs you more money in the long run when you hire somebody and you train them. 3 years later, they're in Conway or Bentonville or Fayetteville or somewhere in the surrounding areas making more money.
Well,
but it costs you money to train them.
I'll throw this out here. I've got some openings for some part-time jailers right now. So if you want to come to work at the jail, we pay roughly $10 an hour. And while I've got some great staff that work hard and typically don't do it for the money, it's tough to support a family in that stressful condition, working horrible hours for $10 an hour.
Wow.
Now the county is currently, and I am very pleased with Judge Pendergrass for helping spearhead this. Quorum Court approved it, but we have currently, there is a consulting firm doing a wage study on the county, not only to say, compare us to another county, but compare us to this area and for example, law enforcement, how do we compare to the other law enforcement? I mean, it's pretty sad when I can't hire a deputy because they're going to take a pay cut from one of the smaller surrounding counties.
Yeah.
Okay.
That hurts.
But they're going to do a comparison. Now, once they're done, they'll submit that back to the Quorum Court, and it'll be up to the Quorum Court to look at that and decide what to do.
I think, John, we need to get out of this mindset that this is Little Mountain Home, this is Little Cotter, this is Little Norfolk. We get a lot of visitors. We may be a county of 41,000 people now, but come July 4th, with it being on a Wednesday that week, this county is going to be a very largely populated county. That contributes to your stress.
Well, absolutely. There's so much more that we do than just drive up and down the roads.
Oh yeah.
And again, I'm not going to give all the details yet because we're still working them out. But I'm going to tell you, I am so proud of what my deputies and the other emergency services personnel. But there was a rescue last night, and of course temperatures wasn't like freezing, but it certainly was not hot. Without hesitation, two of them jumped in the water to help someone, and again, more details will come out on that later. But just extremely because they don't think twice about it. We get. I mean, if you look at the bulletin board that we have at the sheriff's office, it is full, and I mean full, and not a little bulletin board. This is a big one, full of cards and letters and thank yous, and we appreciate those so much, because I'm telling you, giving those deputies and the other people that work there a pat on the back goes a long way. And and it's just tremendous. But they, changing a flat tire or giving someone a ride, or I had one letter come in because a family member had died and the spouse was alone and no family anywhere around, and one of my deputies taken the time to stay with her for an extended period of time, and then
that's above and beyond the call.
Then after he finally got her somewhere on his own, call back to check on her later to make sure that she was doing okay. Now that's the attitude and the caring spirit of the employees that we've got there, and I'm just extremely proud of them.
Wow. Scooter, we need to take a break. Visiting with Sheriff John Montgomery, Baxter County Sheriff. Be right back. Of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
Life is too short to wear boring clothes. Welcome to Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique, where we carry the latest trends and fashions and accessories at prices anyone can enjoy. Feel beautiful while looking fabulous with a large range of fashions that fits anyone's sense of style. You're sure to discover something unique and new at every visit. Shabby to Chic also features 12 professional stylists, aesthetics by Amy J, a nail technician, and 4 tanning beds. Excite your style at Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
It is 7:35 on this March 1st, and Sheriff's getting an update.
Yes, actually, if you had what we just talked about a little bit ago about the rescue that happened, Chief Deputy Jeff Lewis just put out a press release, and so they'll go ahead and pull up press releases. And if you had signed up for alerts, you would have already received this either on your phone or your email through your app. And so
there it is. A rural Baxter County man was rescued from upon Wednesday evening, February 28th, after the tractor he was operating slid off the muddy edge of the levee, was pulled into the water, trapping the man. Was in the area of County Road 1175, north of Mountain Home. Oh, it's Eldon Cooper. 49-year-old Eldon Cooper called his wife, asked her to meet him at the church around 6 when he did not show up. Wow, I know Eldon Cooper. I hope he's okay. The Clark Ridge Volunteer Fire Department Squad responded, as the sheriff's deputies and sheriff's office diver Lee Sanders. Very good.
So
8:39.
That just came out, just released, and so you would have received that at the same time.
In fact, you were talking and it beeped on my phone. I thought that's going to be the release. Came in, I heard it beep on the app. Is that amazing?
That's cool.
Well, I hope Eldon's okay.
Barry, I mean, again, I was getting updates, during the ordeal, but.
Wow. Congratulations, your staff did a great job. That's what it's all about, life-saving.
Well, and we appreciate, of course, the fire department, Clark Ridge Fire Department, and I mean everybody that.
Something like that, like you have a kid lost in the woods or tractor on a 400-acre farm. Do y'all see maybe drone technology coming into?
Well, we use our helicopter from.
That's a big drone.
Yeah, and it again depends on the situation, and obviously weather can have some effect. But in talking about the helicopter, Baxter County is very, very fortunate to have one. In fact, Baxter County was the first law enforcement helicopter in the state of Arkansas before the state police and anything.
Wow.
And for those people who might think, and occasionally someone will say, well, you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to operate that helicopter. You actually, it's on if you go to Baxter County, website, you can actually pull up budgets.
Oh, government, yeah.
Yeah, you can pull up the budgets. You can look. But if you did that and looked, our operating budget for a helicopter per year is $15,000.
How do you do that?
That includes fuel, maintenance. That includes the pilot. That includes insurance. That includes everything. And we have gone over budget twice in the 14 years I've been sheriff.
That's some good money stewardship right there.
So it is not expensive. It is a great tool, and it
assists other counties.
And it assists other counties, in this area. But back to your question, yes, we do utilize that for a lot of things, for whether it be kids or lost. Maybe we found people with Alzheimer's that's wandering.
And in
off
this
or,
terrain, you have to have it.
You have to have it.
Between here in Boone County, here in Fulton County, maybe as far as Lawrence County, and then of course I think you assisted a couple years ago, Izzard or Stone, little boy that got lost down on Timbo, I think.
Yep, there, and then we had we worked the boy that over in Fulton County that had got separated.
Yeah.
So I mean it is utilized a lot, but yet think about it, $15,000. That's it.
That's what, $1,150 a month.
So it is a great service, and we're very, very fortunate and proud to have it.
I've got to open Pandora's box here. I've got to get your opinion. So everybody's going to climb under the table. what happened?
Is it time to take a commercial break?
You want to switch seats again?
Yeah.
The Florida shooting.
Oh boy.
What went wrong?
Well, first of all, what you're not going to hear me do is jump in and say, "Oh, this is what was right and wrong," and I get very frustrated listening to all these commentators and now, do I have some opinions? I do. The problem is we don't have all the facts yet. Now, and by that I'm talking about the response of law enforcement. Now, on the surface, yeah, I'm very frustrated. I can tell you what I believe, which is all I could do. If our officers, we train with other departments. We train every year on active shooter response, and we actually go to different sites and different schools and etc. to train. What I believe is that if that had happened, which we hope never does, myself or anybody else would have went right in and engaged the target. Okay. Now, I'm not at this point not going to second guess what happened until a lot of the facts are out, because and again, I'm looking at it from a law enforcement perspective, but there's way too much misinformation and contradiction of information, and so until they get the facts out, then that's so from that standpoint. Now,
leave it alone until that happens.
You opened up Pandora's box. I'm going to open it a little farther.
There you
go. And I had a lady talk to me yesterday, and she was, of course, concerned about the Florida shooting and the potential of possibly happening, here or anywhere else. And we have met with school officials, and they've got emergency plans that we train. And while the current legislation in Arkansas doesn't allow for it, Senator Missy Irvin and I have talked on several occasions, including a couple of days ago. In my opinion, what needs to happen is they need to allow, with specific type training, certain school and staff teachers and staff members to be able to be armed. Now, that's my opinion, and you don't have to agree with it, and that's okay. And again, it's not to say, oh, well, if you got a concealed carry, that's good enough. No, it's not good enough, and there needs to be very specific type training on how to deal with that. But one, it's a deterrent in itself. Just the fact that the adult or the student knows that there's people in that school that's armed. Number two, if something did happen, hopefully we can get it stopped, because you look at the response, even if in great best conditions, we have school resource officers in all the schools, okay? Schools have, so, are they in the right building or not? And
it becomes a hunt. So,
that's my opinion. I think I'm hopeful that the legislatures will take that up. And I want to make it clear, it's not carte blanche to let's just go give every. Frankly, I know teachers that don't need to carry one. Okay, I know others that may be able to. They may have a gun and can handle a gun, but couldn't handle that gun in stressful situations. And so, again, I think there needs to be very carefully thought out. But again, that's my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, so many. So many scenarios to think through. You've got, when that panic mode sets in, you've got a classroom full of students and you get the lockdown order, active shooter. You've got seconds to lock the doors, and I know we've got how many different buildings? 5 or 6 different campuses.
I also want to tell you, all the schools here in Baxter County, they even before this have had plans in place, but they've got steps that are taken and plans in place, and they're working very diligently to keep our kids safe. So I want to make it clear that they're not just, and again, this is all 3 schools. They're not just kind of nonchalanting it. so to speak.
They're
taking it very serious and reviewing plans, and they have been city police and so on and so forth to assist them in that.
Is it how to react in that stress? I mean, it's a split-second decision.
Now, you talking about for us or
for the teachers?
Well, if you're asking me, I don't know that I can answer that right now.
Really?
Because again, you're going to have to put a specific plan in place in the specific training. For example, the courthouse, the legislature's passed a law that allowed employees that work in the county buildings, right, whatever, to be able to carry if the quorum court approved it. Yeah. Okay, so here the quorum court put things into place. The minimum was you had to have a concealed carry. But our quorum court, I'm very proud of, because they did not just say, well, that's good enough and let's go. No, they took it a step farther and required the employees to go through some additional type training and to have to qualify every year with their weapon in order to be able to carry. And of course, that list has to be submitted. Now, for those other folks out here who's going, oh, you know, Second Amendment, you ought to be able to carry anywhere you want to, no matter what. And I am very pro Second Amendment, but I'm also have to put some logic, because you think about it, carrying where you want. Do you think I want people walking in the front door of the sheriff's office with guns? No. Do I want people walking in the jail with guns?
I'd say no.
Okay, so again,
you don't know the mental stability of who's
you have to use some common sense.
Yeah.
Okay, in with this, and so I'm not sure exactly what the training would need to be in the for the school, because that's one reason why when we do our active shooter training, and again we train with other law enforcement agencies, because if something happened, you don't really care who gets there first, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Whether it's state police or sheriff's deputies or city police or game and fish or whoever, you want them to be able to take action. So that's why we all train together, and we train on location. Again, it's kind of like we all call the tabletop exercises. It's easy to move pieces around, but until you actually go.
That is true.
Now, while the pieces need to be moved to start to get a plan in place, it is important that you actually train in those areas.
Wow. Time for a quick break. More with the sheriff right after this.
Coming in 2018, DHF Archery Range, brought to you by DeerHunterFan.com TV and Steadyform. This 10,000 square foot indoor climate-controlled archery range will feature 3D targets, 3D pop-up, and state-of-the-art video shooting. DHF Archery Range will be open to the public and available for all ages. It's a great facility for hunters and archers alike, and located in the center of the Ozarks in beautiful Bull Shoals, Arkansas. That's DHF Archery Range, coming in 2018. Keep on the lookout for more details and their grand opening announcement soon. More than just propane, Reeves Propane provides you full-service propane delivery, as well as tank and piping installation. We are your dependable choice, offering the very best in personal service with on-time deliveries and competitive prices. Reeves Propane also sells and installs tankless water heaters and appliances, and can even convert your gas cook stove to liquid propane. So no need to fuss and cuss about bad service. Call us at Reeves Propane. We greatly appreciate your business, and God bless. If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant, located on the square in Mountain Home.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, We heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
Your wife. Welcome. Oh, sorry, Dale.
Go ahead, you're doing fine.
WRD.
WKRP in Cincinnati. How's that?
Les Nessman.
That was funny. He always had a Band-Aid somewhere. Remember Les Nessman?
Remember the turkeys falling from the sky?
Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Visiting with our sheriff, Sheriff John Montgomery, and in the 9-10 minutes we've got, what do we need to cover? We've talked about a lot of subjects. What else? Opioid epidemic. I mean, did you see on West Virginia in 10 years, 20.8 million pills were issued to people in a city of 2,900? That's like 724 pills a year per person. What's going on? Why are we so dependent on medication?
Well,
yeah, speechless.
I'm going to throw out another opinion. You think about it. As a kid, growing up, and of course I grew up on a farm, and you stuck the Band-Aid on, and if you got hurt, mom gave me an aspirin.
Yep.
But if you jump to the next generation, what do the kids see? Well, what the kids see is a pill fixes everything. Mommy or daddy doesn't feel good, they take a pill. Mommy or daddy's hurting, they take a pill. You go to the doctor, you get a pill. I mean, so a pill fixes it. No matter what's wrong, a pill will fix it. And so that next generation has come along. Now you've got a couple of issues. One, you've got what I call the druggies, who are just looking for anything and every way to escape reality, get high, whatever. Okay.
Escape reality, get into fantasy world. I get that all the time.
But then you've got other folks that legitimately, had a surgery or something happened, and and there's a big debate right now, and I'm certainly not qualified to even talk about the pros and cons or whether it's real or not, but from the information that at least I've read about, most of these opioid drugs are not supposed to be prescribed for chronic pain. There's more for acute pain, and yet the drug manufacturers have passed down that that's what they need to be done is for chronic pain, and so it doesn't take long till they get hooked. And so you've got good people who got hooked, and once you're hooked, and if you read about the psychological and physical addiction to these opioids, they can't get off.
I was cleaning out one of the cabinets at home, and I ran across a 10-year-old bottle of amoxicillin.
You're admitting that?
You'll find it in your collection box.
Okay. Good.
10 years old. Didn't even know it was there.
Well, when my parents passed away and we were going through their house, I actually saved one medicine bottle that I've got it. I believe, if I remember, it was 1963.
55 years.
Got around.
Didn't throw it away. And back then they don't throw anything away.
I've heard reports that. Well, I really can't divulge a lot how I get this information, but be careful when visitors are in your house. Need to use the bathroom. Before people stop by, put the meds in a locked area, secure area.
Well, first
They're
of
being
all,
stolen.
But Dale, I tell folks when I do, I speak to multiple groups all over, and I tell them, don't keep your medicine out anyway. If someone broke in your house or you happen to walk in your house, hide your pills into a place that's not normal.
Yeah.
Whether somebody's coming over or not. Because you've got kids, you've got grandkids, and while the number of reports we received is ridiculously high of stolen medications, I know for a fact that a lot of the parents and grandparents won't report it because they know their kids and grandkids took it. So the numbers are even higher than what we even are reported. So
I've got a thing pulled up here. Drug firm shipped 20.8 million pain pills to West Virginia town with 2,900 people. This is over a 10-year period. 21 million pain pills.
A lot of pain in West Virginia.
Apparently.
Or it's a distribution hub.
I don't know. I mean, people are hurting, no doubt, but this is, and then I've heard reports, I've visited with a lot of people between here and Harrison, fentanyl-laced drugs, marijuana, meth, cocaine with fentanyl.
Well, you take morphine, which is a very, very powerful drug, and fentanyl is basically 100 times more potent than morphine.
I was told if you put enough fentanyl to cover Lincoln's ear on a penny, that's a fatal dose of fentanyl.
Mm-hmm. And now there's a product called carfentanil, which is 100 times more potent than fentanyl.
Ooh.
Being shipped in from China. And so you think about it, well, you buy, it doesn't take much. And remember, like you said, that much for fentanyl. Now you take carfentanil, which is 100 times more powerful yet, and so if you can lace you lace it onto something else, a little goes a long way, so to speak. So the profits go up, and that's what it's all about. It's about the money. So until
we follow that money trail?
I think we've got to attack it certainly on the treatment side to help these people, but also we've got to start hammering these drug dealers and distributors. We've got to start hammering them because they are creating this issue when it's making it way too easy to get their hands on them.
Unbelievable. Wow. I'm speechless. Guys, help me out here.
Now, do y'all carry that drug, Narcan?
It's actually almost. We've actually got it, and there's some training that's supposed to happen, I think, next week, and so we will have it. So we're very, very close to carrying that.
Good. And it's about $150 a pop too. It's not cheap.
It's not quite that high, and in this particular case, we're very blessed because Baxter Regional partnered with law enforcement and the prosecuting attorney's office, and they're providing it for us. At least the first round. But yeah, it can be a very valuable. Now, here's part of the problem. You're going back to the drugs. Yes, you arrive and someone is unconscious that we believe, possibly from a opioid type overdose. The Narcan, in many cases, it's not, obviously doesn't have a 100% success rate, but in many cases can bring them back to the point where they can be, saved and take the emergency room. But it's also for law enforcement officers. Year and a half ago or whatever it was, the DEA took me to, sent several of us to Washington, D.C. and talked about fentanyl and carfentanil, etc. And several of the people in the room had officers just going in to do the search warrant, the dust in the air, and that's why they have to wear masks and gloves and all that. But the Narcan can also save an officer potentially if they've been exposed.
Good lands.
As well.
Got about 45 seconds. Final thoughts. The next 4 years, perhaps?
Go to the website, sign up, get the alerts.
Well, I know I say it all the time, but we are so blessed in this community. While we have our issues, and we certainly have, can't say we're crime free. At the same time, we don't have the problems of big cities. You decide your spouse, your wife, whatever, wanted to go to the grocery store at 10 o'clock at night, they get in the car and they go.
Yeah.
You can't do that in a lot of places in Arkansas, across the country. So very blessed to live here. This is God's country.
You bet. We support our sheriff and his endeavors. With that, we're going to say goodbye for now. We'll be back tomorrow. Dr. Jake Long will be here from Mountain Public Schools with members of the Bomb Squad. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Stay tuned. Jim Bumgardner is up next.